Yeah, it's still good morning. I am at Jeju Folk Village. After waking up this morning and going to Cafe Huisung for a slight breakfast, we got coffee and 2 types of sandwiches, tiramisu, a croffle. It was really nice actually, and we ended up just chilling there for a little bit longer than I thought we would, which is fine. And then it's actually about a kilometer down the street from the Jeju Folk Village, so we then just drove over here and we're just walking around right now. I will just mention this for my own future reference. If I come back, Klook.com has cheaper tickets than what we paid at the door. I forgot to buy it. I checked after we left, so I mean, it is what it is, or after we purchased the tickets. As we've walked through halfway of this park, it's just as gorgeous and amazing as it was last time. I will still admit I have a hard time differentiating what the different levels, like I'm in the hill tribe area right now. I have a hard time telling the difference between this and the mountain tribe area that we're at just now. Now, I will mention that the mountain tribe area did have cows and pigs, so maybe that's the big thing. Oh, cool. There is a guy tapping away in there. I think he's chiseling some wood out, and there's wooden figures in there. Every area that I can tell the difference is that each spot has something for you to do. So like, for example, the or see and learn. The mountain area was all about farming and learning about how like the black pigs are here, and then the hill tribe area here just seems to be a bunch of different activities. We're walking in an area where they're doing palm reading. This current area that I'm in has the chiseling right there. There's a little playground over here with the arrow game that you could play, where you try to toss an arrow into like a hoop or a bucket. And then between the two was a maze that we walked through. I don't call it like a cornfield maze, but it wasn't corn that we were walking through. It's just a field maze, I guess. I have no idea a bush maze. But that was a ton of fun to walk through. And then we got about another hour here before we head on to our next spot, which I believe is lunch. Next is lunch. So like I said, it's still in the morning. We're doing pretty well on time. And yeah, we'll check back in a moment. Alright, welcome back. I know this is kind of a strange angle, but I just wanted to show this 7-Eleven Express here inside of the Jeju Folk Village. Get a shot of it right there. But what makes this a 7-Eleven Express is when you go inside, you could come in and purchase whatever you want. And there's all these items. This is perfectly normal, except for the fact that it is a self-checkout. So everything's provided right here. It's credit card only. And I mean, ice cream and ice for drinks. Oh, these are all ice drinks, and then you buy the ice cup separately. But yeah, that's a pretty crazy 7-Eleven. And I was just sitting here on this bench. I remember this from last time, but yeah, that's a pretty intense 7-Eleven type deal. Like, really trusting. Pretty awesome. Anyhow, we'll be back in a second. Alright, and this is editing Charlie here. I forgot to mention about lunch. I said that we're going to go get lunch and then we pop off onto the coast. But we actually stopped by between going to the theme park and the coast at Negeori Restaurant, which is one of my personal favorites. It was for the grilled hairtail as well as the stewed hairtail, the galchi jorim, I believe is what it's called. And it was delicious just as it was last time. The biggest thing is that The hairtail fish does have a lot of bones in it, and a lot of people were not fond of that. The flavor was good, it just, the bones were annoying. Just wanted to cut in and say that we actually did go to the restaurant and get the full set meal, and were able to enjoy the hair-tailed fish that Jeju is so famously known for. Anyhow, back to the video. Alright, and so we went to Cheongji Falls and to, I forget what this coastal walk is. Dragon Coast is how I know it. The Dragon Coast Walk, and this is unfortunately closed as well. Like the waterfall closed at 5:30, and the Negeori Coast Walk closed at 5. So this is the second time that I'm here that we're not going to be able to go, which kind of blows. View's still pretty amazing though. Like, I will just mention this real quick, where they're standing right there. There used to be a big pirate ship right here that you could, it was a museum. And you could actually go into it. But yeah, that is gone, unless memory serves me incorrect, because that I did. And so, because there's nothing to see, we're just gonna go to the Oslo Tea Museum now and check that out. Hopefully they'll still be open when we get there. But yeah, so far we've struck out on everything. We did use the 50% off coupon that we got at the Jeju Folk Museum, although they only allowed it on one item rather than the entire order, which was, yeah, that was kind of strange. But because last time they let me use it on the entire purchase. Anyhow, we'll check back in a moment once we go to the tea farm. Back in a second. Alright, and that is 3 for 3 of going to places that are closed. We are at the Oslo Tea Museum, and this is the Jeju Innisfree house that's also closed, unfortunately. But I mean, at least we can still see the tea farm part. It's just we won't be able to get any ice cream. We won't be able to walk into the actual tea gardens. Although where we're at, not too bad. It's not too shabby. Yeah. No, it's I wish it was open. It was open a lot later the last time I was here, if I recall correctly. I didn't even think to check the time, but they close at 6, at least in May. We're just gonna go get dinner now. Dinner is about half an hour away. That'll take a little time for us to go and get there. We might actually walk around a little bit and check a little bit more of the tea place out, like how I'm in the middle of a forest. Yeah, I think that's really it. We'll check back in a moment. Alright, and kind of to finish up the night now, we are sitting here at the Abortum Gill Night Market, which I saw Itzy come here and kind of walk around and eat some of the food here. And so I decided, why not? Let's go ahead and give it a shot at a night market, and the food's alright. I can't complain too much. It was exactly kind of what I was expecting.
A lot of hits, some misses.
Yeah, some of it was good, some of it was bad. I would say that some things were surprisingly spicy. Yeah. Although I should have thought we got a tteokbokki, and it was really spicy. And I just remembered now. Jeju is known for notoriously spicy tteokbokki. It's actually like famous. And so we're just chilling here. We're getting actually a little chilled. I would like a hot cup of coffee, that'd be nice, but I don't think that's gonna happen anywhere here. It's a real slow night here for them. There's like barely anybody here, so it's
Tuesday.
Yeah, it is a Tuesday, so it's actually kind of nice. I was able to get pretty much everything I want. I'm full now. The other members are just walking around and trying to find something that they want to like fill up on. Ben was thinking he might get some ramen later tonight at the 7-Eleven attached to our hotel. Oh, I didn't do the room tour yet, so I will check back in. I was thinking this is where I was going to end the night, but our hotel, the Hotel Kenny, was in an interesting area. It's kind of hard to find because there was a ton of construction by it, but we'll go ahead and do one final check-in after we get back to the hotel. Yeah, everything here was decent, enjoyable. It's a beautiful atmosphere, beautiful setting, and it's real cool to see all these palm trees. I'm just surprised that it's getting so chilly. Anyhow, we'll check back in a moment here. And welcome back. So we are in the hotel. Unfortunately, when we got back, there was no parking. We finished up at the night market, It was a real good time. I think everybody really had an okay time. I know Ben and Chris weren't as impressed with the food there as Lynn and I were. Julia unfortunately got some gizzards, and so her experience changed dramatically after after it was good, and all of a sudden, oh god, I gotta be aware of what I'm eating. And yeah, I guess that was the big thing, was that there was a lot of sweet food there, and she was not a big fan of that. That being said, though, we were able to then just bounce out. We got a little lost on the way back, but nothing that we couldn't handle. Lynn found the road. It was this tiny road parallel to the freeway. Like, we got back on the main highway and were able to get all the way back. Like I said before, once we actually arrived, their parking lot was full. There was a handicap spot open, and I think they could have actually given that to us. Yeah, just so that we could park there, but the guy told us about some free parking that was just around the corner. It's a 4-minute walk from here, like a 5-minute drive, because you have to drive around the block since it's all one-way streets. And I just went and parked there. It's free from 8 p.m. to 9 a.m. So just before 9, we just got to bounce out of there. Really, I guess wake up time for anyone who's not having the free breakfast that we have tomorrow is 9 a.m. That's pretty much all we have. Oh, we should do a room tour, which I'll go ahead and get going right now. Alright, and we are at room 628. Here is our doorbell. And just go ahead and go in our little vestibule. This room is kind of tiny with the single and double bed. Our window, is there a balcony by chance, Lynn?
No, this is just a window.
Yeah, I thought so.
Although they do say please put up the bug net, because Jeju has many mosquitoes.
Bugs, yeah, for sure. We'll just keep the window closed because there's just a lot of mosquitoes, is what Lynn said. And our TV, the mirror, some other facilities right here. Oh, we did buy an orange today. Haribong, I believe it is called. We'll eat that in just a moment here. Our scent, the room center, is currently not plugged in. And here is our bug zapper for mosquitoes. Our tiny little fridge. Oh, with 3 waters in it. That's kind of nice. And then we have our toothbrushes, toothpaste, bath sponge, a razor, and a hairbrush. That's nice. And then if you're wondering where the bathroom is, it's right here. Just a simple bathroom stall, the whole wet room type deal with the toilet and the shower right next to each other. Here are the bathroom slippers that you're supposed to use, and let's go ahead and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll turn the camera around and finish off the rest of this video. Okay, and welcome back. So the room is kind of dinky in comparison, but I would say that this bed is a lot nicer than the other beds that we've stayed at so far. Yeah, we have to get ready for tomorrow since we are flying out to Busan at noon, and so tomorrow will be kind of a crazy travel day as well. Only have a few things planned for the day to keep things easy, and hopefully everything will be open. I did find out while walking back from the parking lot that their main night market is actually right around the corner, and although it's closed currently, it's about 10:30, I think. It's 11 o'clock, so most night markets I think close at about 10 in this area. Everything seems to close a little early, at least earlier than I remember. So we will be able to, I'll walk through it in the morning and see if there's anything there. And I mean, if everyone else wants to walk along, they could come with. Otherwise, I'll just pick them up in front of the hotel before we bounce. But I think that's all there is for today. Kind of a short and easy day. Wasn't all too bad. I'm glad that we at least got to the Jeju Folk Village, where everyone was able to experience what Jeju life was in the past, and kind of see some of the ideas that I would kind of put forth when I was like, I don't actually understand what the difference between some of the architecture is. I think everybody was able to see that as well. And yeah, we'll go ahead and check back in the next video. So have a good night, and until the next video.